Hello everybody, my name is Zool, and welcome to the Fallout 3 Mod Showcase.
Set the world on.
In today's episode, we are going to be looking at a player home called the Secret Outpost. It's a fairly new mod to the Nexus, and it is a pretty cool one at that. It features a small hidden base in Springvale. It's sort of a pre-war survivalist bunker. It sort of looks scrounged together. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It features, of course, a player home featuring a workbench, laboratory, and infirmary. It features what I'm calling a raw design. It really looks scavenged, kind of like it would actually fit in the universe that Bethesda made. It doesn't have like a fountain in the middle of it and a golden chandelier. I know some mods, they go a little over the top in my opinion. This one is a good starter home. It's got some space for 3 followers, bed, storage, all that kind of stuff. Features a huge kitchen with tons of supplies, and there's even a little small unmarked quest. Unfortunately, there's no quest to get the mod, but it's still cool nonetheless that there is a quest featured in the mod, so be sure to keep an eye open for some clues. Alright, well, you will find the Hidden Outpost player home in Springvale. It is actually hidden here in this little garage kind of thing over here. You can come along back to the behind of the building, and ignoring all this blood and such, we will see a Brotherhood of Steel symbol, which shows us that this is the hatch to the outpost. Now, the outpost symbol there, it has to do with a bit of the lore that the mod authors put in, that this has to do with an outcast and something else, but I'm not going to spoil too much. So the first thing we'll see is this rather empty little room here. Opening up, we'll come into the first of the main rooms. It features some storage, as well as some chests, which you have the ability to lock and unlock. As far as I can tell, though, if you pick these locks, it will cause a problem wherein you can't relock them again. So don't pick the locks, use the computer terminal to open up your safes. Alright, so you also get a bit of other storage and a workbench, which comes with a couple of weapons here. I mean, makes sense, again, like the survivalist bunker that I covered once before. This is meant to be sort of a shelter, so having some stuff stored here is pretty cool. This is the bathroom. I mean, not the most private place in the world, to be honest. It's a little bit low for me personally. I don't know if I had like somebody working on this workbench here, if I would really be comfortable using it. But I mean, it is a hidden bunker, so it's probably the best we can expect. This is the generator. There's a terminal here, breaker, and some circuits. Not gonna really talk too much about that either. That's just the generator that's powering this base. If we enter this room over here, we will see the food storage area, and this is one of my first things about this mod that I personally don't like, because as many of you know, if you've seen my other videos, I like to play kind of a survivalist character, and this mod gives us a lot of Salisbury steak and purified water. From a lore perspective, in regards to this mod, it makes perfect sense. This is a bunker. It's meant to have people living down here for a long time, maybe even a bomb shelter for during the war, so people would have stored their supplies here, but I feel it's a bit overpowered to get this much food if you're playing something like FWE where you have primary needs. So again, there's a bit more food area here. This I really do like, though. Just the one fridge here with some purified water, a locker, and a little common room with a bit of place for your companions to stay. So you can have, you know, whoever you bring along with you on your journey. For some reason I want to say Karth, but that is definitely the wrong game. You'll have whoever your companion is hanging out with you here. Moving along to upstairs, we actually get to the terminal here. There is some lockers here, some books, that kind of thing, and a terminal here, which I believe relates to the unmarked quest, and we're not really going to look into that, but just keep in mind that that is there. Moving right along, we can head upstairs, and there is still more to the base. If we go over to this direction, this is where I'm assuming the player is meant to sleep and live. It's not the nicest place in the world, but I do like the style. This style looks like it was sort of salvaged and put together by a couple of crazy people. So it's a bit plain, it's not over the top, but it doesn't look like it was purpose-built to be somebody's house. Like, and I actually think that's what makes this mod so cool, is that it looks like it's, you know, well, we're making do with what we got, you know, there's not like a double bed with like a canopy and like a fish tank in here. This is a survival bunker. This is a secret hidden bunker where people might have been living for a long, long time without ever coming to the surface. Over here we have some terminals, including this log terminal here, which contains a bit of other stuff. You know, you can lock down the base. I'll show you what that does. And you can open up some LAN settings, other such things. So, you know, we can check some other terminals and devices in the base. Moving right along, over here, we have a little hatch that has to be opened, and I believe that that opens with a computer terminal right here. So the lockdown isn't anything really that fancy, it just locks all the doors and forces them to keep locked. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Let's disengage this lock and actually head upstairs this time. There we go. Not sure if that was absolutely necessary. There is a lot of radios in here. I have them all off because obviously this is on YouTube and Google will have an absolute nightmare if I play some of this music. So there's a little shooting range here. Kind of cool. My character doesn't have a very high gun skill, so not the best. The lighting is a bit off here, but I think that's my end. So it features a gun cabinet, so you get a little bit of ammo. I like this. You don't get a million things of ammunition, personally. Again, it goes with the survivalist playthrough style that I personally enjoy. If we head into here, this is the entrance to the actual garage. You will see a Dead Brotherhood of Steel member with the generator terminal password, which I'm going to take. And that is about it for the player home. I believe it does feature a laboratory somewhere, so I'm going to quickly check that out, and then we're going to see what this generator terminal really does. By the way, let me know what you think about this new style of showing off the mod as I experience it, or should I fully familiarize myself and list off the feature lists? Let me know. Alright, the lab station is located in this room here, and that's pretty much all there is to this player home. So I would encourage you to go ahead and check it out. It is pretty cool. I did mess around with the switch thing over there during this clip, and you actually get power armor out of it. Not sure how I feel about that. I feel like that's a bit imbalanced too, especially if you're using a mod where you get power armor use right away. But that doesn't detract from such an awesome starter mod. I think with a couple of updates to add a few more features to this place, it could become even more amazing than it already is. So I encourage you to check it out, but that's pretty much all there is for today. Sorry again for not covering more than one mod. I will get on top of it eventually, I hope. I'm just kind of running into some scheduling troubles. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you think I'm fat, ugly, smelly, and have no self-esteem, and leave a comment telling me what you think of my style of doing this video, or whether or not I should just give up, go home, and cry. I have been Zool. Please consider subscribing, and I hope you have an excellent day. Unless you were a jerk to me. Even then. Bye.